Oh my god! Okay. So, hello YouTube. Welcome back to my walkthrough of Vampyr. This is gonna be chapter 2, White Coat.
My brain farted. I thought this was chapter 3.
No, this was chapter 2.
Okay.
We had to split one into 2 parts.
Yeah.
Cause it was really long. And this is probably gonna be really long as well. So, yeah, this is gonna be part 4. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, what am I doing?
I don't know.
Alright, let me see. I think I created weapons already, I think. Yeah. Yeah, no. Let me see. What is equipped? Right now, what is equipped? Alright, let's see what we got. Alright.
Dr. Swansea asked me to collect you, Dr. Reed. Hurry up.
What's the
Yes,
problem?
Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Sorry. There's nothing here.
some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have.
And you got mustard gas.
Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Get him!
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of another
I
street.
will!
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital.
We get the morgue
Small
key.
door
We
at
get
the
the
end of a narrow
morgue
street.
key.
On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Oh my god, we have to see dead people!
Oh my god, you're level 6. What is this?
What is this?
I think the level on top is like your
You think?
I was watching someone play it.
Oh my god!
And they were like clueless. They were like, how do I get my mesmerizing level up? And it's like he went from level 5 to level.
It's locked, all right.
You went from level 5 to level 6.
Because I am a
You
badass.
got a bowler hat. Yeah.
Shut up!
I want to fit them. Or I want one of those hats with like the scarf on it.
Alright, I need to talk to a lot of people.
I want to. The suffering continues. It needs to be plain black.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Oh god, that gave me like. I don't know why it reminded me of Peppa. You know, Peppa and George.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Alright, hold on. Let me look at the. What is that? Does that mean complete? I don't get it.
I was watching someone play it, and I really wouldn't want to spoil it, but we're gonna find it later in the chapter anyway, so I don't care. The guy who has a sore throat tried to kill himself.
Really?
Yeah, you have to eavesdrop on their conversation, which I have no idea when it happens.
Okay, shush! I need
Oh
to
my
think.
god, I'm sorry, spoiled.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood?
Oh crap.
Why
Oh damn.
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Time has lost its effect on me. But the suffering continues.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Wait, that's it?
Goodbye
That's
for now,
it?
Mr. Elwood. It's locked.
I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Now leave.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn.
We're talking to more people.
I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's
And I'll do
most
some,
terrible disaster,
investigations.
but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question
I have a
of
choice
jealousy
between
and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd
killing
is as
people,
proud
drinking
as he is
people's blood,
blinded
and
by
letting
his
them
obsolete
live.
concept of medical
Should I
science.
just drink the blood of the people who are like bitches and assholes, or should I like
See, it's a good people. Yeah.
Tell me
Say the
more
good
about
people
your
and the ones
willingness
that
to
are like
experiment with
the
new
assholes
medical
and the
techniques.
bitches?
Harvey
I'll drink.
Fiddick is a patient suffering from a
Okay.
severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him?
Don't.
Or to
First
prove your
of all,
point?
do
Fair
not
question.
judge me.
I want nothing but to
Okay.
save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know
I mean,
Mr.
I think
Fiddick's
I said
story.
the F-bomb. I think I'm.
You consider yourself too good to say that.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised
I mean, I
because
can say
Mr.
the F
Fiddick
word,
lied
it's
to
just
us
that
about the
I
real origin
can't
of his
say it.
injury. He first claimed it was an
Yeah, I
accident.
choose not
But
to.
why would he hide such
Because-
crucial information from us?
No,
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own
I mean, I can
negligence.
say it when I'm a.
This personal involvement could
Like,
also appear
I'll
to be
just-
a lack
like,
of
I'm cursing
impartiality.
insane small. I'm saying like.
You must know that a
T-A-R-M,
good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree.
But
That does
I
not
don't
excuse
know.
Dr. Ackroyd's behavior,
I
a man who
don't
did
like
not
saying
even
it
take
in
time to
front
converse
of
with his
people.
patient.
Do you think
I
keeping
don't
his
like to
distance
curse
was a
and use
mistake?
the F-bomb
All I
with
know
the
is that
F-bomb
I'm taking
with
care of human beings
Unless if I was
with
mad.
desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Alright, I think that's yes. Now we have to get
Goodbye,
more
Dr.
hints.
Strickland.
We have to get more hints.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Oh, what is? Oh, we got some glass vials. Okay. And who the frig are you? Oh my God! Look,
Good evening,
look.
sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Well, bloody hell, mate! Why'd you gotta be so bloody rude?
Oh my goodness.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well,
Are you satisfied?
it's clear that I've
Please.
chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Ackroyd. They both want the best for me.
Really?
There's a lot of pride there. Doctors
Some
are no
doctors
different from
are
carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with
Right.
rivals on a building site.
Like,
Difference is
one
I
doctor
disagreed about
says
wooden
this,
nails,
the other doctor
not
says
flesh
that.
and bones.
What the frick? Okay, wait, I did that.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey.
Tell me.
Why do you
I
feel
love how
so
it goes
guilty
from,
about
like,
it?
My
normal
wife
to
died because of me. And
what
now
was
I
that
may
word?
lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself.
Like, it goes
What an
from
arsehole.
good to like, BAM!
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
A bomb?
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Alright.
Tell me more about the death of
Tell
your
me
wife,
more.
Harvey.
It's like
1915.
suspense.
I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal
Suspense.
Flying
It's like goes
Corps.
from nice to suspense.
Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to
problem
bomb the
with me saying
construction site, but they missed their target.
Nay.
My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
Alright, the only reason,
I'm sorry
the only
for
reason
your
I'm
loss.
talking to all the people is
So
because
many
there's a lot of
died during the bombings.
investigations, and
I served in
sometimes
France.
There's
and
like,
witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that
wait,
she
did I
didn't
say
suffer.
investigations, conversations, investigations?
Truth is, I have
what
no
the
idea.
Heck?
I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are
your
your
children
children
all right,
after
sir?
losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Ellen didn't bring them with her that night.
What? Do you want them dead, sir?
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick.
Goodbye,
I'll see you
sir.
later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
I'm alright.
Alright, let's see. Let me look at that.
Just, you play that song as you're running around the place.
I'm going to slap you. Stop!
No.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
He is doing fascinating. Oh God!
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Your son is doing amazing.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Where are the other doctors? I need... I need to find other people. Let's see. Alright, oh, there's something in the locker. Okay.
It's locked.
Long letter. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna read all this, so I'm just gonna. Okay. New hint available. Let's see. Why are you thinking about quitting the hospital, man?
I'll bring a nurse.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
What do you...
Good evening.
Good
I'm
evening,
Dr. Reed.
sir.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Are
Why
you
should I?
afraid of dead...
These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof! No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's
Maybe
the
after I talk
pain
to
we
this
have
guy,
to take,
maybe
not
we'll-
death itself.
Oh, stop! What's the new hint? He's not afraid of death? Okay.
How did you get this job?
After I left the
This
army,
guy's not afraid of death.
I
What the
worked
hell?
as an
So if you were to
undertaker
die by
down
now,
by
you
the
wouldn't be
docks.
afraid?
a dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Damn. Oh, damn.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work,
He
sir.
doesn't even know
All I have to do is
killed
watch a
her.
few bodies.
He doesn't even know he
The
killed her.
situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Well, damn.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death?
Do you believe in life after
No.
death?
I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Am I missing anybody? I hope not.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
Okay, I think I know.
So you're ready to die?
No, I'm not. I don't fear death,
So
for
I
I
can
won't
kill
see it.
people.
What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked. It is locked. Now let's go get another character. Where? I need to find wood. He's gone! That freaking... what's his name? Clay, there he is.
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed. Still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. It still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favour.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton, I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Okay.
Come on, Dr. Reed.
This guy is
The place
starting to
is a
be
dump. Smelly,
Sorry for not
sad,
talking
and
about this
dirty.
much episode
But you're
one,
alive
so
thanks to the
I like
efforts
keep
and
people.
dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting,
Right?
a medal?
We like
I
to
thought
keep
that
people.
saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
How
I
long?
know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know which streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am.
Can I just
I
kill
live
this
my
guy now?
life honestly,
Oh, wait, no, I can't.
which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox. Skal voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
The Vogue Skull? Okay. River outside the hospital. I don't get it. Am I going in the right place?
Jesus, I've never seen...
Oh, up there. I see somebody up there. Oh no, these are bad guys. Okay. I did increase my stamina.
Oh, increase it more.
Okay. Will you hold the...
It's locked, all right.
Alright. Let's see.
I cannot enter.
told him about
Who?
Someone I talked to and I play very music.
Photography in law.
So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.
No, he is an item. Alright. Let's do it.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet, with all the money, and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
Oh, bitch!
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples, just like you, come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Goodbye, Milton.
Goodbye, sir.
And I thought last summer's epidemic was difficult.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Pippa, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes? Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Pippa, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
The reason why we're talking... Alright.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your
Give me a
point of view?
For Milton,
Damn it.
any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means
At
that
least we
you've
killed
lost
some
faith.
enemies.
On the contrary,
Killed some Skals
my
and
faith
some
has
thugs.
never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
Oh my lord, you bring him in this?
Bring who?
She said his name. His name. The Lord's name.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
She looked right at the camera. It kind of scared me.
She's like, I know you, bitch. I know your secrets. She's like, bitch, I know your secrets.
When you find out about their relationship, you know how she says we all break rules all the time?
Yeah.
The person I'm watching playing this, like at the same time, she said that she was right into the camera, and the person felt like so scared and terrified. Like he was like, I don't know if you noticed, but when she said we break rules all the time, she stared into the camera like she was looking directly at me, and it was funny.
Directly at your soul. Look at all these patients.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
This is no time.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Goodbye, Dr.
No,
Tippett.
no news. Sorry, mate.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Whoa! Look at her, she's broken! Where are you going?
She's, oh my god, I can't.
She's moonwalking, look at that!
Stop!
What is she doing? What drugs is she on?
She's on plenty of drugs.
She's on Jackson, Mississippi.
Yes. Alright, sorry guys. Alright, yeah.
I think she was trying to walk away, but you were blocking her way. You're kind of like me in real life. Like if I'm trying to walk away from something, and people are blocking my way, I should just like stand there and wait.
I'm gonna get bitchy.